Okay, guys, so we did have a small new low on Bitcoin yesterday, but yet again, we are seeing a bounce. Bullish divergence is still in play right now. Now, today I want to speak around a big move is loading. We have the entire market sitting at resistance right now. And if we break through this resistance, we are going to see a short squeeze to the upside. Now, the exciting part is it's a total breakout or total crypto breakout, which means altcoins are going to be released from this too. But then at the same time, I want to speak around the bearish view, right? If we keep tapping down and don't get the real bounce, we are putting ourselves in danger to go down up to another 10 to 20% within the Bitcoin price. So lots to speak around. I'm Sheldon. Welcome to Sniper Trading. Let's jump straight into it. So guys, here we go. This is where we're sitting with Bitcoin right now. There is a wedge in play. There is a short squeeze in play. We did drop. Now, yesterday I spoke around why I moved my stop losses down to 53,000 or 57,300 because there is a horizontal support, right? So as you go across here, I looked and I was like, okay, but there are these major support zones that are sitting over here, right? So this could be an area right under the 618 fib that we might actually want to trap the market and then go up, right? So we drag this all the way across, you will see that it's exactly where we hit yesterday, right? There we go, to the dollar. Okay, so again, that was a really good stop loss move. Nonetheless, we are still waiting for a real bounce to come into the market. Now, if you look at today's daily candle, we are seeing some interest, right? We're definitely seeing a wick to downside, but we're starting to see a buy up. This is what we want to see, right? We want to see engulfing, right? Not only engulfing, let's zoom in now and look at the pattern. I want to remind you guys again, it's a descending wedge that's in play pattern, right? This is bullish. Now, what we're looking for, right, is we're looking for a breakout of this level of 60 to 61,000. All right, this is what we're looking for. So it's here between 60,000 and around 60,500. Now, there's two important trends here. There's this trend above, and there's the trend that we are currently breaking right now. We want to get on top of this level, right? We want to get through here. If so, we are looking at a squeeze up to 63,000, right? That is the first little play over the next couple of days. Now, what's good about that, right, is us breaking into the $63,000 zone, right? We're actually looking to start engulfing this weekly candle. We want to see some strength come in, right, over this, as well as looking at the monthly, right? The monthly has closed. Therefore, you see this wick here that's sitting at the $60,000 zone, right? That is a big resistance on the monthly. We break through that, we go to the next resistance, which is at that 67 to 68,000. Okay, so the way that I'm kind of preparing this, again, I'm long, right? I'm long from these areas that I've spoken around just to show you guys. I'm still long from these zones. Just zoom out so you guys can see it. There we go. Okay, so I'm long on Bitcoin from here to 72,000. I'm long on ETH, right? ETH starting to pop out, right? I'm long on Solana, right? I'm long on Injective. Guys, Injective's breaking trend right now. It's a trade that I've been building more and more and more the whole day. You can see we're starting to see some gains coming within the altcoins, right? AVAX. Okay, let me give you guys the trends. So the important part about today's show is the trends for breakouts, right? To pay attention to the breakout levels. So here's Bitcoin here. I want to see a breakout, right? And once we see a breakout, we should see a squeeze up to these higher areas. If we see a rejection here, right? What this is telling me is that there's still a little bit of time possibility, which means that we could do something like this. And if the bears do not take control, what is bearish is below $57,000. Right? If they don't take control, the bulls are going to step in at any point. So even if we do see a rejection, right, the key of this trend here is what we are paying attention to. At any point we break through here, there can be a short squeeze to the upside, right? Which means that when it comes to altcoins, right, there's a couple of important trends to pay attention to. So the first one is ETH has not broken out yet. This one's actually telling me that there's a small rejection coming, okay, and we could see over the next few days a breakout of this level. This is the breakout. What this does is allows us to not guess the bottoms and not think that there won't be bearishness. Okay, it allows us to wait to see if the bears are done. They're done with the push. They're getting exhausted. It's time for the bulls to step in. So anything above here for me is bullish on ETH, right? When it comes to Solana, Sol's actually broken out. I gave this to you guys yesterday. That's starting to push up. So no crazy new entries on Sol right now, but that's looking really good. Injective, guys. Keep an eye out on Injective breakout. Right, this could be something that looks really good. To start building a position up, right? So Injective, again, anything I say here, guys, is trades that I'm taking information, no financial advice. I'm just giving you guys views of trade setups. When it comes to AVAX, we haven't broken out yet. Keep this trend in play. Once we pop through this trend, there is a nice breakout in play. It's also telling us, hey, we could see some bearishness, and then a possible pop, right? When it comes to render, keep out on this trend on render. When it comes to 𝗬𝗎, right? 𝗬𝗎 is starting to actually break out now. Okay, so keep out on a 𝗬𝗎 breakout. Keep out on 𝗕 protocol. Here is the trend forming on 𝗕. So guys, what I'm basically getting to here is the bears have around the next 72 hours to break the level to the downside. And if not, we are looking at a short squeeze to the upside. So for me, I've taken 50% long in the areas where we're at, and I got that trend line in play. Once we see the break of the trend, I'm going full blast into a bunch of trades. I'm going to TP those trades after the short squeeze, but that is how I'm preparing. So make sure you are here tomorrow. Make sure you like up this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. Be here tomorrow, because if we start breaking out the trends or see a rejection, we're going to talk about the next major plays. But the breakouts for me are important. I don't think we've seen this much opportunity in a long time. We just have to be a little bit more patient until it's fully confirmed. And then at any point, we can see a blow up to the upside. Lots of love, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.